talking only about recycling value, if someone is coming and dropping off their waste, 100% they should deserve to be paid if there is no logistics cost, if that material is of positive value.
Right.
But in case there's a logistics cost involved, yes, we have to neutralize it either through a donation or through a charge. That's why we also are so progressively trying to build so many collection centers and points where people can actually come and drop off their waste, because it makes sense, because logistically for us it's not a challenge. We get waste in one place in a bulk quantity, and for them it's easier because it's maybe 2 kilometers or 4 kilometers from their home and they can go and drop it off.
Right.
So this adds value to the economy and makes it more circular, right? So yeah, absolutely. Without having a monetary angle to it, circular economy will not work. So it should be paid, but considering costs of logistics, recycling, etc.
There's also another debate doing the rounds, which is whether I should get paid for my waste, or I should pay for my waste being collected and processed, or there should be no monetary thing involved anywhere in the system. So what do you think is the right way for different waste categories, be it e-waste, be it plastic waste? Should individuals pay for their waste being collected, or should they be paid for their waste?
This is a very, very big subject. See, I'll tell you, when I was in Europe, I remember that, let me take an example of a CRT TV or monitor. So a CRT TV or monitor was an item that what we commonly call as a negative item in Europe. So in e-waste, if I speak, there are 3 types of metal. There are positive, negative and neutral. So when I say positive, it basically means that the cost of recycling is lower than the actual recovery from the metal and the plastics and the glass. Negative item means that the cost of recycling is more than the recovery from the metals, plastic and glass, and neutral is where it gets set off. So I remember 13 euros a ton is what my Spanish company used to charge for disposal of CRT TVs, and at that time CRT TVs here used to be traded at 500,000 rupees a piece. It would be purchased, and I used to be very dichotomic about the situation कि ये क्या हो रहा है, that in one part of the world it's a item for which they have to charge, and for one part of the world it's value. I frankly find that the waste economy or the conversion from linear to recycling to circular cannot happen without monetizing it, because if there is no money or financial gain involved, कोई अपनी आपको लीनियर टू सर्कुलर तब तक ही जाएगा जब तक उसके लिए वो इम्पैक्ट नहीं है इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी, राइट? तो डेफिनेटली मनी हैज़ टू बी अ पार्ट, बट द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ इट that impacts that why one should donate their waste versus why one should get paid for their waste is the cost of logistics. That today if I am going to pick up one laptop which is 30 kilometers away from my warehouse, the cost incurred, so the item might be a positive item in terms of recycling, but the cost incurred to pick it up might make it negative. And therefore you expect a donation or you expect a charge for disposal.